Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to talk about today my biggest and longest novel that I've ever written. It took me over 5 years to write it, and I suppose the idea came from the fact that I find that women, are always in a struggle in order to protect or to care for others, and I find that they encounter, women in particular encounter many obstacles towards their happiness in that sense, whereby they can really care for others, or like I said, protect others or defend others. They're constantly being beaten down about it, or being unappreciated, or being you know told to go away, or called interfering or manipulative, and so on. And having said that, now there can be cases, of course, of manipulative women or interfering women. However, I think it's within women's biology or sense of, wanting to do good for others, really wanting to help out others, wanting to care. And in that way, sometimes others can feel that we're overbearing or we're too controlling. And we often hear this criticism about mother-in-laws, don't we? So, so really, I suppose a woman has to kind of find her place and know when to give and when to take as well, and not always to give too much either. And it's something hard for women to do, because I think biologically we are designed to be the givers of life. So we automatically like to give a lot. And women end up very disappointed and upset, I think, most of the time, most of the time in their lives, because of these cases whereby we're constantly, like I said, giving more than what we should be giving, and so the consequences are going to be not so good for us. And so women suffer quite a lot, far more than I think men do. So women should take more of a back seat, maybe not let their biological instincts control so much the way they were originally designed to live their lives, and try and receive a bit more. So with this idea in mind, I decided to design a tribe of women, and how one powerful young girl comes to grips with womanhood and breaks free from her tribe in a very interesting manner, and how she goes on her own adventure in a whole new world with its dangers and risks, and with all the good and the bad that she encounters on the way, until eventually she becomes self-fulfilled and she finds her true journey or path or purpose in life. And there's some victory, obviously, in the end of the book, of course. Men are also important in the book, because without them we cannot have a balanced, equal world. So men have important roles to play in this book. They have important actions that they play out. Their words are also important. And funny enough, the thing that happens with men, and you find this as well throughout my book, is that they indirectly infer, let's say, they indirectly infer certain decisions or certain emotions or sentiments. They don't actually have to say much in order to portray really what they're doing, at that moment, or what's going to happen, because you can kind of sense it with them. Okay. Having said that, it looks like they're the bad communicators and the women are the good communicators in the story. But we don't really look at that way of communication either. We don't criticize it in any way. In other words, we see that the book is based on the senses as well. So there's a balance between the perception of, okay, it's the non-verbal communication, as they say, isn't it? Is 80% of the real communication. So we see that throughout the book. That is not just what the words are, it's all the senses, and how we you know, smell, hear, see, touch, feel what's going on, which makes the book so interesting. So let's get on to it. The book is called The Femagogs and the Lost Code, written by myself, Genevieve Smith. I designed the cover because I wanted some kind of a tribal design on the cover. I was not looking for a commercialized, digitalized cover in this case, which I have done on my other books, my previous books. So I stuck to something traditional and related to the tribe's essence. The importance of the bird here, as you can see, is quite big and mythological looking. There's an important bird in the story. Okay, it's all about land, water. Okay, we see the ancient symbols here that I was studying to look up, you know, how can I actually send messages and codes through symbols in order to make this book's cover more interesting. Okay, the wheel of life, the balance between masculinity and femininity. We have here the symbol of yin yang and balance. We also have a paw print, meaning that animals are important in the story. I shall not spoil what's going to happen. Within here we have the wheel of life, okay, and the moon. This is actually a moon, a crescent moon. Could also be seen as a weapon, like a boomerang, right, or an arrow. Okay, it has various meanings, this symbol, and I've given you a few hints there. All right, and there's a lot to do with sky and water, land, soil. So I chose that color for the front cover. Hope you like it. Well, at least it's meaningful for me, the author. So as you know, I'm an Irish-born writer and I'm a teacher and energetic healer as well. And I'm living out in Spain, and I began writing when I was pregnant with my children, and so I just started more on a writing career then by writing short novels along the lines of mystery and fantasy realism. I wrote a trilogy recently after that, and then I got on to writing separate books kind of based on historical fantasy and realism. You can check them out on, they're all on my YouTube channel. They're all like presented there, and they're for sale on Kindle and on Amazon paperback. So I self-published them, and I'm really proud of them, and I think they're really well-crafted stories. I'm not like a top-class writer or anything like that, or not a bestseller, but maybe I could be one day. But the most important thing for me is that I get to share my work with the world and with others, and they're enjoyable reads, and there's just so much more to these books than just what happens. I mean, there's all the thinking and the philosophy behind them. So the twists and turns of life, as we know, are many, and being in a tribe isn't easy. However, the changes that happen are for the best. This is what I'm reading here now at the back of the book, right? So follow the tribe girl's journey into the unknown lands of magic and adventure to find her real purpose in a hugely changing world. Now, what I do here is that I deal with the climatic change and how the planet is in constant movement and in life just as we are. So there are some dramatic climatic events in the book as well. And it's a great book about new beginnings and courage. So definitely well worth the read for both men and women. And it's my longest book yet. It's my long novel. It took me about 5 years on and off to write it. As you can see, from 2016 to 2021. And I've dedicated it to my mother, Patricia Carver, and my son, Fergus Feligh-Smyth, and daughter, Aisling Feligh-Smyth, and also to my father, Bobby, who have all inspired me. And I could add in another man into the book as well, who inspired me about his animal-like tactics. That would be Angel Fusa. So there we go. We have the book ready for sale online. I hope you enjoy it very much. It is just such a wonderful read over a cup of tea, and you'll get it done in a couple of hours. None of my books are too laborious. However, they do hit on points, and I love description, and I just love writing, and you'll see that and you'll enjoy the books. So give it its ratings and send on your comments and questions below. because would I reveal any more about the book? I mean, you know, love is an important topic, survival, how to survive, trials and errors, wisdom, magic is in the book. I can't really say what goes on there magically wise because I'll be giving away the story. It's about dreams as well. Okay, it's just amazing. I don't know, it just came out and really worth it. So I would read it 100,000 times more myself. Okay, so enjoy. Thank you so much.